this is Sam, the Frugal Hoogle Gardener. I'm outside first thing in the morning. You notice something different? A little bit of a woolly flannel jacket on. It's like a heavy thermal shirt because in Florida now it's the lower 50s. It was like 51 degrees on the porch. Well, if I wear my short sleeve shirt, I'm a little cold. If I wear my flannel, I'm a little hot. So I got it open so the heat escapes. So anyway, I wanted to do a little video today about Namwa ice cream banana plants and blue Java ice cream banana plants. It's very controversial, and there's a lot of nurseries selling Namwa as blue Java because there's a company out there that sells tissue culture to the nurseries and they call it blue Java, but it's a Namwa. How do you tell? My first blue Javas that I bought were Namwa ice cream bananas. I did not know it, but I learned. And then when I found out, I searched for a reputable grower all the way down south. I had it imported and I got true blue Java. So what do I normally do? I do tours. So I did tours of Namwa and I did tours of blue Java. Well, I had a few people say, it looks like a Namwa to me. Well, I'm going to put that to rest because there is a difference between the Namwa or ice cream banana and the blue Java ice cream banana. So what I'm going to do, and bear with me, I do everything on the fly. I'm never scripted. I got mistakes verbally that I say in the video. That doesn't bother me because I'm trying to teach you. I'm human. If I worried about that, I wouldn't do any videos. So I got a piece of blue tape here. I marked an N for Namwa and a B for blue Java. So I want you guys to see firsthand. So I'm taking this opportunity first thing this morning to show you the difference. I'm going to cut this sleeve right off over here. I should do it when things are dry because it's a little wet, but I think I'll wrap this around where I cut it so we know. But first, let me show you the fruited Namwa ice cream banana. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so right over here we have Namwa ice cream banana. Now if you look down here, you see the way this here is like an inch or more long, and then the bananas connect to it. They're small bananas. That's how they're supposed to be. They're a little square now. They have to get plump, and then they'll mature. But these look like blue Java, but how do you tell? Well, right over here, once they fruit, you can see the way it connects. This is a Namwa. Can you see that? Okay, so now we know what the Namwa fruit looks like. This one here is getting ready to ripen. Let's go check one out where the fingers just came out. Okay, and also forgive me because we just had a hurricane go through, so all of my banana plants got hit hard. I saved what I could. Watch the videos below, you know all that. But here's one that fruited recently. So let's see what it looks like. Well, even though these are really young, you can see how young they are. They're small, they're square. Down on the bottom, you can still see this right over here. That's a Namwa ice cream banana. Okay, so remember what that looks like. And you can see the bud over here. See how pointy that is? Okay, so now let's go check out the leaf. Whoosh! The magic of video. Okay. I'm over here. I'm tipping over. I got my chop and drop and I was like almost falling over. Okay, so right over here is the Namwa plant. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a scissor. I cut it off. Now I'm not doing any switcheroo down there. I'm just getting the blue tape. Okay, I got the blue tape. This is the Namwa. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap this around. I was right, it's all wet, but once I wrap this around like that, it's gonna stay on. Okay, so I showed you the banana hands, I showed you the leaf of the Namwa. So let's go check out a genuine blue java. Let's go. Whoosh. Okay, magic of the video camera. Okay, so I'm over here in front of some blue java plants. I'll show you the hands in a moment. I picked this plant right here just because they're just a smaller leaf. So, as good as any. Okay, so a lot of my leaves look like this. They're shredded because we had hurricane force leaves. So I'm just looking for an intact one. So, once again, I got my scissor. Got some tape that's marked blue. Okay, I'm going to cut this off. It's a smaller leaf, but hey, only a little video to show you. Okay, so it's marked B. So let's take a look at the fruit now. Okay, so right up here, we have a blue java rack coming out. And they're fairly young. The ones that were a little older I had down at the end. Those blue javas tipped over. I had to chop them up. Broke my heart. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new buds coming out that are going to have female blossoms. And they're going to turn into fruit. The only bad thing about that is we're in October. November, December, January, February. They're probably going to get hit by the freeze and they won't be good. Maybe I'll get lucky. But since it's cooler right now in October, I think we're going to have a cold winter. But they'll grow new bananas next year. I'll chop and drop the ones that got the rack on it, but they'll have new fruit next year and we'll make another video. So right now, let's see what the difference is of the hands that are coming out of the rack so you can see how they attach to the stalk of the plant. Okay, so here's the bud, and right at the tip you can see a little difference in the tip over here. Okay, so right up over here, do you see this right over here? See how this is a stalk? You see right over here there's only like 1/4 of an inch, and then the bananas come out. And you see how separated the banana fingers are? Okay, so these are now just coming out. Let's go up there and look at one that's been out for a little bit. Okay, do you see that one over there? And this one over here? Now, hopefully you can see this one right over here. If the light is right, it's in the morning. You see this here? It's turning. I can feel it with my finger. This right here is actually a bump. Those are going to form into round knuckles, okay? I got a picture on my website, but you can probably see that there. Round knuckles. Can you see that in the video? Right over here are round knuckles. And you can see it on that one up there. Now this hand has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If I did that right, okay, let's do this. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. So the hand has 14 bananas. Okay, so if you go to my website, thefrugalhugelgardener.com, I got plenty of pictures of just the blossom, the buds coming out, the racks coming out, the hands coming out, and descriptions of everything. You should check it out. Because there is a difference. Also, the amount of fingers or bananas that are on each hand are different than the Namwa. So I just told you the amount. This is a purebred, pure blue Java. They're supposed to have that many on them, so everything's looking good. Okay, so anyway, you see what that looks like. And I don't know if you can see, but let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so on that rack, there's 14 hands coming out. These right here on the bottom are still females turning into banana fingers. There might even be more in there. I don't know. It should warm up this week. Maybe more will come out. But normally there's bees all over these first thing in the morning. But since it's cold, the bees stood home. Okay, so with that said, I'm grabbing the leaf. Now let's go over to the other leaf and see if there's a difference. Whoosh! The magic of video editing. Okay, so these are still a little wet. They would look a little different if they were dry, but our main purpose is, let's take a little look at these. Okay, right over here is a Namwa. So if you look at this side, right there, this is the Namwa, this is the blue Java. You see right here the color? It's really enhanced. And right over here, it's a little greener. Maybe it's just this leaf versus that leaf. I'm going to take a walk around in a minute and we'll see if they're all like that. Now let's turn it around the back side. Well, the back sides look the same. See right over here, there's a film on it. Let me wipe it, maybe you can see it. This film looks like a little bluish right here. And right over here, this film looks a little bluish. So by looking at the color of the back, they both, the Namwa and the blue Java, has that little bluish powdery film on it, so you can't tell like that. They got that pinkish hues going down it. It's more defined here than here, but that just might be the leaf. And right over here, you got really dark pink, and over here it's lighter. Maybe that means something. However, the Namwa right here, you see it in the light. Do you see this really enhanced ring going around it right there? You see how dark that is? Right here. Now the blue Java, This is blue java. It also has one, but it's not as big or dark. But that's only on these 2 leaves. So we'll go walk around and see if there's any other difference. Now, I did a video on the blue java versus the Namwa on the buds. The bud of the Namwa is more pointy, and the bud on the blue java, it's a little bit more roundish, but on the tip of it you see flares. I'll do a little clip in this video to show you the flares, because it's hard to get them all grown at the same time to show you. Maybe this summer coming out, I could do them side by side. Who knows? Plus, I went ahead and cut the blossoms open. I'll put that clip in here when the hurricane happened, and I showed you what the insides look like. I'll put that in this video. Okay, this is what the inside looks like. See them? So in here, you can see once these shred away, all these bananas in here, you see them? They're all these here are getting ready to come out. And that's how they are on the inside of these female blossoms. So I showed you what the hands of the Namwa looks like and the hands of the blue java look like. I showed you what the fingers of the Namwa look like and the fingers of the blue java, what they look like. I showed you where the Namwa connects to the stalk. It's wider and there's no knuckles. I showed you where the blue java connects to the stalk. It's thinner, narrower, and it's going to form some little round bumps they called knuckles. That's how you can tell once there's fruit. So with that said, let's take a walk around and see if we can find a blue java that has pink on the bottom and pink in the front and a bigger line going around the edge. I don't know, let's check it out. Okay, so this is blue java. It's got pink on the bottom. It's got some pink on the top, but not as much. It's got that line going around, but it's a small line. Okay, all of these have a small line. Let's go down here. Okay, so we're back at this one that has the fruit. This is the blue java. You can see it has the film. It's not as pink on the bottom. Has a little bit of pink there, not much. But the main difference is, you see this line going around? It's a thin line. It's not as thick as the Namwa. And pretty much all of the leaves are the same. So now, let's go down to the Namwa and see if any of those have a thinner pink line going around. Whoosh! The magic of video, you could edit it. So I'm back over here in front of the Namwa. You can see him over here, so there's no mistaking. So let's check out the line on even mature leaves. So this is the Namwa. You see that line right there? Let me turn it over. You see that line? See how much darker and bigger and defined it is? Look at it up here. Do you see that line? It's much darker. Pretty much on all of them going around. See that line? Okay, so relatively, if you know what to look for, you could actually tell by the leaves, by the thickness of the purplish pink line that goes around the whole edge of the leaf. You could definitely tell by the fruit, but I could also tell by the way the bud comes down in the beginning, the way the flares are. If you put a Namwa bud just coming out next to a blue java bud, there's a difference in the way the buds look. But anyway, hey, I just wanted to show you. My blue javas over there look totally different than the Namwa. The way the fingers connect, they got knuckles on them that are forming. The way the fingers connect to the stalk, the Namwa is wider, the blue java is thinner. The knuckles, when they're first coming out, you won't see the knuckles, but the bananas are separated more, the fingers. They come out like that. And you'll start seeing the knuckle form, and you could touch it, and it feels like a knuckle. The knuckles are forming. There's a bump there. So there's definitely a way you could tell the difference between a Namwa ice cream and a blue java ice cream. I'm going to go ahead, and when I edit it, I'll do a photo side by side so you can see. So let's go down there and check out some of my new buds coming out with the new blossoms, because I got, I believe, 5 more coming out over there. I lost 2 or 3 plants that had fruit on it during the hurricanes. I had to chop them up. I threw them down below like this over here as chop and drop, so they go back into the ground as I did with all my other plants. But hey, I'm doing a blue java versus a Namwa video. I wish all these had more fruit on them. I only got like 3 or 4 plants with fruit, and nothing that's really new except for that end one that I just showed you. So let's go back down to the blue java. Whoosh! Again, the magic of the video camera. I could edit it. Alright, so I just went ahead and got my selfie stick instead of my monopod. So let's take a look at some blue java blossoms that are in different stages. This is a blue java blossom. Take a look at the end of it right over here, what it looks like. Okay, so let's go over here. Whoosh! Okay, so now I'm in front of another blue java bud. Let's check it out. So you can see the bud. You see the end of it right there? That's the flag leaf. Okay, so that's the bud to that. Now let's check out two new flag leaves coming out, and the bud is now following. Whoosh! Okay, so here we are in front of this flag leaf and that flag leaf. They're just coming out. Check out where it's coming out of the plant, how wide it is. The female bud did not come out yet, but it's right there. So right up over here is the flag leaf. It's a nice size. See how big that flag leaf is? And right over here you can see it coming out, and you can see the plant's wide right there. When that's wide and you can see the flag leaf coming out, that's going to be a blossom. Now right over here, same thing. This is the flag leaf, and right over here coming down, you see the difference in color? That's going to be the blossom coming out. Okay, so right over here you got the flag leaf. Although it's a little longer, it cuts off right there, and you can see the color of the bud coming out, the top of it. Okay, so right over here on this one, you can see the flag leaf. You can see it coming down, and hopefully you can see where it's coming out. Right over here, you can see the plant getting big. You can see that flag leaf right there. You can see where it comes out. Okay, so in a few days, those are going to be buds. So let's come over here and check out, since I got my selfie stick, I could get way up there and we'll check out the fingers on the blue java. Okay, so right over here we got the bud. It's coming right up to some blossoms. Those blossoms turned into banana fingers, as you can see. And then you can kind of see the knuckles where they connect on all of them. Get right up in there close. See the way that sun is reflecting off of the knuckle right there? Okay, I'm going to give you another angle. The sun's coming this way, but pay attention to that little round part at the end of the finger where it connects to the plant, to the stalk. You'll see that knuckle forming. Okay, so here's another angle with the sun on it. You know, if you look at the color of the bananas, you see the color of it? That color right there when they first come out is different as well. Okay, so right over here you can see the bud, the bottom of the bud coming on up. This is a female bud. You can see the blossoms. Those are female blossoms that are turned into bananas. There's still more inside that bud. Now we're going to go up this way and you can see some more buds. They turned into the bananas already. And right over here you can see the way that the bananas connect to the plant. Now we'll go up a little higher. You can see the way the bananas are connecting. You see the way the fingers are fully separated. And right over here, if you look closely, do you see the shadow or the glare for those knuckles and the way that the fingers are connected? This is a true blue java. Do you see the one on the top? It's a little older. Okay, so once again, the only way I can show you, if you look down, you can see the reflection and you can see those knuckles. If I get way in here, okay, the only way I could do it is get way in here and I could feel my finger right here. This isn't, right here it's nice and round, that's a knuckle. Right up here, same thing. It's a nice knuckle forming right there and right there. So each one of these, right here, I can feel the knuckle on them. Now, if I was over at those Namwa, they're flush, there's no knuckle. These all have a little round marble there, it's a knuckle. And that's how you could tell. So anyway, hey, this is Sam, the Frugal Hoogal Gardener. I hope you enjoyed my video of the difference between a Namwa ice cream and a blue java ice cream. If you enjoyed the video, or you just like me, give me a like, give me a share. Come on over to my Facebook page, come on over to my Facebook group. We would love to have you. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Okay, I bet you thought I was going to leave out the bonus footage. Nope. Let's take a good close-up of the leaves on top of each other. Pay attention to the line. This right here is the blue java. This right here is the Namwa. See how thin this coloration is right over here? And you see how big this coloration is? Look at the color. Look how wide it is. Right over here, look at the color and look how thin it is. Now the film, the bluish film is on both of them, so you can't tell like that. But you can tell by this line right here. Do you see that? Put them side by side. Narrow, big. Less of a color, more of a color. That seems to be, right there, a good indication. So once again, you're really not going to see that unless they're side by side like that. But once you are growing both of them, you'll know the difference just by looking at the plant. So hey, hope you enjoyed the video. Come on over to my Facebook page, say hi. Come on over to my Facebook group, sign up, post some photos, ask some questions. We're there to help. Have a good day. Okay, hey, let's do some more bonus footage. A few weeks ago, when I went ahead and separated some pups, there were some corms that I cut that split on the bottom. I had a little chunk of corm. I planted them in a pot. I'll show you the videos are below. You can see it. They were just like a little piece of corm. Didn't even have a root on it. It just looked to me like there was enough of the corm to plant. So I planted it. Let's check it out now. Okay, so right over here is that corm. It was a little bitty piece of corm. I put it way down in there, about 3 inches down. It came out really nice. Now if I threw that chunk of corm away, I would not have this plant right there. Do you see that? And even a small leaf like this, you can see the coloration going around. Okay, so anyway, little chunk of corm, I could have threw it out. Didn't have no roots, no nothing on it. I just want to experiment. There's my experiment. Now, also you'll notice the other day, after the hurricanes, I had a big banana plant fall over. It had blue Java bananas on it. Here they are right there. So what I did was, once a banana plant gives off fruit, after you harvest the fruit, you have to chop and drop the plant because it dies and it doesn't grow anyway, so it's best to use it as chop and drop. Well, this one had fruit on it. The hurricane split it as it went over. I saved the corm because the corm came out of the ground. Okay, so what I did with that corm was I cut it up about a foot high. It was a big corm. I put it on the porch for about a week. Then I had time and I planted it. Let's go check it out. Whoosh! Okay, so I'm in front of this corm over here that I planted. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is that big corm right here that I cut the top off of. It was on my porch for about a week. I planted it. I got the planting video down below. That first shoot came out. That's a sucker. It came out. Look how nice it looks. Then all of a sudden I started seeing this one come out. And now I'm seeing this one come out. And there's probably more that's going to pop out. But there's 1, 2, 3 that came off of this hurricane ravaged blue Java plant. Okay, so that was worthwhile to cut the corm and plant it, because I'm right now, so far I got 3 new suckers coming out of that one blue Java that had bananas on it, and I thought I lost it, but there you go. I cut the corm, planted the corm. The video's down below. Check it out. Also, right over here, this is one that tipped over along with that. I separated it, had it on my porch for the same amount of time. I went ahead and planted it recently after that one, so there's no pups on the bottom. But right over here, you can see there's a new leaf coming out. It came out like this and it's going bigger. So now on the outside I cut all that off, so that's what that looks like. Now right over here, this is a plant that I planted before the hurricane, so it got all shredded up. But here's another leaf that came out. And right over here are some ice cream plants that I planted. It got hit by the hurricane too, but there's a bunch of pups coming out. Look at the color of these pups right here. See that color? That's a big difference there. Look at the color. This is a Namwa ice cream. Same thing over here. You see that color? Look at that. See how defined that color is? How bright it is? Okay, let's go back over there for a moment. Whoosh! Magic of video again. Okay, so here I am in front of my Blue Java rack that's coming out. Right back, sort of like where we started and talked about. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you soon. Okay, so if you come over to my website, thefrugalhoogalgardener.com, and go to the top menu and click on banana plants and then Blue Java, that will take you over to my Blue Java page, where if you go ahead and start scrolling down, you can see everything that I posted about Blue Javas. Now I'm going to add on to this a little bit more as I go. Sometimes I forget to take photos and sometimes I do. But here's the comparison right there of the Namwa versus the Blue Java. You see how different they look? And then I show the blossoms, the beginning stage, the female buds that turned into bananas, and all the way on down. And then I tell you a little bit more about it. So anyway, come on over to my website, thefrugalhoogalgardener.com, and read all about the Blue Java over here. And get a good close-up of the comparison. Okay, so hey, this is Sam, the Frugal Hoogal Gardener, showing some more bonus footage at the end of my video. We'll talk to you soon.